What is up, everyone? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel today. I just want to do a little update on the Roku TV. This is the Hisense 58-inch R6E1. Now, there is three models of this. This is actually, the E2, but there is a E1, E2, and E3. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I want to do an update to it to kind of show you a couple things that I missed in the first video that some people have been asking about. So I wanted to clarify a couple questions. And then I also want to just tell you how the TV's doing, because a lot of people have been asking about that. Pretty valued item because it's only $268. A lot of people are like, what's the catch? Is it horrible? Is it good? You know, a lot of bad reviews on it actually that I've seen. And I don't know if it deserves it. I don't know if that's a certain model or not. So we're going to talk about it today. So thank you so much for tuning in, DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. Please like, subscribe, and share. If this is helpful at all I like to do is help do that research for you so you don't have to. Give it to you as easy as possible, and then leave some links in case you're interested in some of the products that I talk about. Like I said, all I'm here to do is help, and if it's helpful at all, give me a like, subscribe, and maybe click that bell notification so you know when I upload my next video. This is a valued item, so I kind of want to talk to you about it today because it is a great price and they're still selling them. So thank you so much for tuning in. Without any further ado, let's get into this update video on this TV. So like I said, there is three models of this. There is a 58-inch R6E, or they'll call it the E1, but that is the first model that came out in 2018. It is now 2023. There's also the E2, which it came out in 2020, and it is this particular model right here behind me, and it has the very same specs as the E1 did, in my opinion, and also the E2. I did a lot of research, compared all the specs on them, and they were pretty much identical. Now, there is a brand new E3 that came out in 2022, and so you definitely, when you buy one of these, you might want to check the box to see which one it is. And the E3 is upgraded slightly, and I'll give you the improvements they made to the E3, but pretty close to the same TV. So let's just kind of go over the basic specs again really quick. If you want to watch my full review where I kind of go through the remote and a lot of the settings and all that, check out my first video, and I will leave a link in the description for that one. This one, basically, it is a VA panel. I want to clarify some of these questions that I was asked. So it is a VA panel. This does have Bluetooth. It is a Roku smart TV, so it has all those apps that you would expect from them. It is a 60 hertz TV. Like I said, VA panel. It weighs about 30 pounds. They do claim that it is a 120 motion rate, which is kind of lip service. In my opinion, it is still a 60 hertz panel. So just know that's what it is, but they do say it's better for sports with the 120 motion rate is what they're calling it. It does have the DTS and HDR on this particular model. It is 4K UHD. It is a 3840 by 2160 pixels, and it is full HD at the 1080p. So just to let you know there. It does have an app to control it, so you can download an app on your phone that has the Roku. Basically, it's a Roku controller, and you can control the TV through the app if you wanted to, which you can connect through the features on this as well. Those are about all the specs. Now let's talk about really quick the E3. If you are looking for this TV, there is a new model. It is the E3. Definitely look on the box and see if it is an R6 E3 or an E2 or an E1. I don't know, what they're selling in the stores right now, but some people get really good deals on some clearanced ones. This is the E2 model. I would recommend this one. I don't know about the E1 model because it would be like, I don't know, 6 years old almost. And so maybe that's one that some people, every time I read that they've had problems with the screen and things like that, that's kind of what I'm thinking. They might be getting the really, really older model. So that might be a little bit problematic for having issues right away when you're using it after it's been, stored or whatever for a long time. So that's my opinion. But on the new R6 E3, it is the same price, rolling around $268, which is a great value for a 50-inch TV, 4K TV. And it's LED. It says it's full array, but I really think these are edge lit, because you can kind of see it just looks a little bit different around the edge on these. On a full array, I don't think you'd have those, the little bit of edge, the way it looks on edgelit in my opinion. So I think it is edgelit, but I'm not 100%, but it kind of appears to be in my opinion. It is 1080p VA panel, LED, 8-watt speakers, has 2 of them, but the new TV does have a 4K upscale capability, and it also has a gaming mode and Dolby Digital. So something to keep an eye there. All these TVs still have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and are controlled by the normal standard Roku remote control. So, and these are not universal. You can't control other things with them. So they just control your TV. You can't program to other Roku or Roku TVs. You can program to other TVs, but not to other devices. They're not really like a universal remote. So the big improvement on the E3 is the gaming mode, the Dolby sound, and possibly 4K upscaling. But other than that, it's a VA panel. It's 3840 by 2160 pixels, full array according to them. I think it's edgelit. Still has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and has all the apps that you'd expect from a smart TV. So there are all the little specs about it. And let's get into a couple of the questions that I got from people. One was, is it a VA panel? Yes, it is a VA panel. So we just talked about that. It does have Bluetooth. It does have good picture in my opinion. I think it really looks good. There's a lot of detail in here as I'm looking at it. It has perfect brightness. Now I'm in a basement, so if you're in a very, very well lit room, it might not be as bright as you want it to be, but in my basement, it is perfect for me. Sports look fantastic on this. Gaming looks pretty good in my opinion. I've had no issues with gaming. It doesn't have a gaming mode or anything like that, but so far it's been really good. So let's talk about another thing. Some people can't find where to get to brightness picture settings. So if you go, when you turn the TV on, you'll be at your home menu, and you just go to your settings here. This will have all your good stuff that you need. So you have your network to set your internet, remote to set any remote or devices. It has your theme. I have a nautical theme, but normally it'll just be green, so that you can set your theme, accessibility, TV picture settings right here, TV inputs, audio, parental controls, guest mode, home screen, payment, AirPlay, legal, system. You'll be able to reset your TV or check for updates, things like that. So very, very cool. But this is your picture settings right here. You want to get that, and then you just want to hit your arrow bar, and it'll take you over, and you'll have a few brightness settings. Now, it's pretty limited, and a lot of people don't like that it's so limited like that, but there is some more settings that we can find that can help improve the brightness of your TV as well, and I'm going to show you that as well. So you can pick one of these. I have it on the brightest setting. I am in a basement, so I want it as bright as possible, and that's where we'll go to show you that. So you can go to any kind of live TV that you have, or even if you're getting it off Wi-Fi or wherever. So I'm going to go to my antenna TV here, and wherever you have like a menu and you can actually watch a channel, this is where you can get into those settings. So you actually have to be like watching a channel. So we're just going to go and hit this, and even though my antenna is not picking this up, I'll still be able to show you that with this asterisk here, I can get these extra settings. So we have the sleep timer, we have picture settings right here, and now I have some extra picture modes, which will include sports, movie, low power, standard power, vivid, which will make it as bright as possible actually. I actually like the sports mode, so I'm going to leave it there, but in a movie mode will make it a little bit more dim. But those are really, really good to enhance some of the brightness on your TV that people kind of don't know about. So you also have your same settings that you had in the other menu. You have some customized where you can change the contrast or make it cool, warm, those types of things as well. Fine-tune picture where you can actually get into the brightness of the TV here, which a lot of people want to get done. So this is where you can find that as well. Oops, I don't want to adjust anything. I'm good. So we're going to go back, and like I said, so we have all those settings, and that's where you can find them here. So that's a good thing to point out, and I'm glad I got to show you that. So we're going to go ahead and back out of those. You also have some sound settings here, some extra that you don't have in the other one. Speech, standard, high treble, theater, music, big bass. You're not going to get real big bass out of that one, but I really like the high treble. Let's see if we can get those menus again. I really like the high treble because it kind of boosts all the high sound, so you get a little bit of that background sound, and which will elevate the voice a little bit as well. So you also have a custom mode where you can turn in certain things you're watching will affect this. So if the channel has these capabilities, you'll be able to use them. If the movie you're watching has these capabilities, you'll be able to use some of these features, which it keeps on timing out on. But it'll have some of these customized features, which has your dialogue enhancement, your DTS true surround sound, dialogue clarity, true volume, and I think that's about it. So that's what you'll have there. So there's just a couple extra things. Your accessibility and your captions are here as well, and you can manage which favorite channels and things like that. You can also turn the picture off as well. So just a couple extra cool features there. So I'm going to go back to the menu. This is an RF type controller as well, so you can't be like right in the TV here. You actually have to be at least probably, I would say, 12 inches from the TV to get the best thing. So if I go right up here, it's working now, but earlier it was not working. So it has a little trouble, but the best is to be about 12 inches from the TV for it to work. Earlier I was doing that and it was not working, but to show you a little bit, the speakers work pretty good. You see, and you can see when I move things, the speakers are on the back side, but they are two smaller speakers, full range, and they sound really good, like I said. So I have no problems with them. Like I said, mine, I think one of them is just a little bit loose in the set and rattles when I have some big bass or something like that, and that's kind of annoying. So I actually have it hooked up to my stereo, but that's the way I have it. Those are two things I really wanted to show you and some questions that I wanted to answer. Final thoughts, like I said, it is a great TV in my opinion for the value of $268. So if you can pick this up, I've heard a lot of people get this TV very, very inexpensive on clearance even. You can probably get this E2 model on clearance for, maybe even under $200. So maybe $200 or less. So I would definitely pick up this E2. In my opinion, it's still a really good TV. It's been a year or more that I've had this TV, and I've watched tons of sports on it. So it's been on a lot, many hours, and it still looks really good in my opinion in my basement. Had no problem with Wi-Fi connection or anything like that. So it's been a really, really good TV, and that's just pretty much my opinion now. So I wanted to kind of just squash a little bit. Every TV is going to be different. Some people might not get the best experience with some models, but this one I have got a pretty good response out of it. I've had it a year or more, and I've watched tons of football on it, all kinds of sports, all kinds of movies as well. It's got a lot of hours of use, and I can appreciate it. So the negatives on it is, maybe construction with that little bit of rattle on my speaker. Maybe the finding, some of your settings in there might be a little bit confusing as well. So that could be a little bit easier. But other than that, I think it's a great TV for the price point at $268. So my opinion, if you can get this still at a clearance rate or anything like that, I would definitely still pick up this E2 model. I would be leery on the E1 model because I swear I've seen a lot of negatives on that 2018 TV for the panel going out or things like that. But the E2, not as much, but it was still pretty similar to the E1. So, and the new E3, definitely a value in my opinion. Go ahead and check that TV out as well. $268 at Walmart right now. Does have a few extras with the 4K upscaling, according to them. Also, the gaming mode that might enhance some things. So that in itself, I think, could be a little bit motivation to actually go for the new one as well. That's all I got for you. Thank you so much. This has been the update for the Roku Hisense 58-inch R6 E3. Go ahead and check this TV out at Walmart. I will leave some links in case you're interested. On Amazon, it's a little bit more expensive. It's about $340. Still a good value in my opinion. That the Hisense Roku R6 E2, still a good TV in 2023. Also check out the E3 model, which is the newer model. It does have a few upgrades, so that model might be actually an improvement to this one just a little bit, so check that one out as well. But the E2, I just wanted to squash it, that, you know, it's still working for me a year later, still looking pretty decent, and I really like it for the value that you get. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you get any help out of this video, please give it a like, subscribe, or share. Hit that bell notification for my future videos, and we'll catch you really soon on the next video. Thank you so much.